Hi guys, welcome back to another session. Depending on what time zone you're in, we have Jono from New Zealand, a seasoned trader with us. When I say seasoned, probably 6 to 8 weeks. I think he's been trading with us. Welcome, Jono.
Hey, thanks very much. Great to be here with you.
Now, you're a religious man, Jono. Tell us a little bit about you.
Oh yeah, I'm a Christian guy. And I pastor a church in New Zealand, and so yeah, I'm here with my wife, and we've got 5 kids, and based in the top of the South Island in a place called Nelson. So great place to be.
Lovely. So, what? The church on the side, family on the side, or trading on the side? How do you manage? How do you manage all this?
Yeah, well, no, sort of trading on the side. I guess my first priority, as it always should be, is my wife and my family. And then I greatly enjoy my work and the ministry side of things that I do, and so that's what takes up most of my focus. But morning and evening, I greatly enjoy being able to have a little bit of focus on trading, and certainly, yeah, it's been a great wee adventure for a number of years for me now. So yeah, that gets put in the juggling in the mix, and around my other key responsibilities, really.
Fantastic. All right. So you've got a couple of hours trading in the morning, a couple of hours trading in the evening. What's the strategy? Do you have you located those two time periods as potentially the most profitable for you, or is it just that that's what suits your lifestyle?
Yeah, look, I've really just got to work around lifestyle, ultimately. It would be great to be able to be looking at the charts on and off right throughout the day, but it's just not reality when you have work and responsibility and working with a lot of people. So, look, mornings are often pretty, can be a bit quieter, and in the evenings, I've pretty much identified a couple of timeframes there that I really watch out for. I'm generally a breakout trader, and so I've identified sometimes in the market where price typically will often break out at a certain time, and so I'm looking to see, is it going to break out today? And if it does, then I've got a specific strategy that I'll put into play then. And sometimes it pans out, and sometimes it doesn't. But that's trading.
Well, it's interesting when you say that's trading because it really is, but there is another element to this, and you can devise a strategy, and it sounds like you've got a really good one. But you participated recently in one of the mentorship calls with me, and
Yeah.
what we identified through your trading analytics is that your backtesting results were better than your actual results. So why do you think that might be?
Yeah, that was really fascinating for me because I was sort of looking at like 80% win, 85% win on back testing, and I'd done that really thoroughly and was really quite excited by those sort of results, and had played with that on and off, and it had been seen to be doing really well. But there were two key things that came out, I think, through that mentoring discussion, and one was the temptation that it is to overtrade, that we can see opportunities regularly sometimes in the market, but because we're taking up too many of those, we can end up losing sometimes just as many as we're winning, even if our strategy has been really good. And so one of the key things I've been looking to apply is just reducing the number of times they enter the market, making sure that my key things on my tick chart to enter the trade are all being met. It takes quite a bit of self-control just to govern those emotions when the markets say up and racing and you're thinking, oh, I've got to get in, I don't want to miss this. But just to really think, has it actually met the key criteria that I've established in my back tasting needs to be met in order for this to be a better value trade, or have a higher chance of winning.
It's interesting. I remember one of the things we discussed in that mentorship call was the fact that trading's fun, and I think that's a problem for a lot of people, including myself, because we all love the rush of pressing the button and okay, we're dialed in and we've got a live trade on here. It's way more fun than just sitting around. But unfortunately, the sitting around is a key aspect of this, and a lot of people struggle to overcome it. But it sounds like you've given it some really good consideration, and further to that, you had a few days off, and you've come back late last week with an absolute cracking trade. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, look, that was just really fantastic. I'd taken some time out, reevaluated where things are at, and made a real conscious decision to reduce my stop loss by quite a serious amount. In my back testing, I'd allowed for quite a larger stop loss, and I decided, what if I only made that 20 pips instead of greater? And so I back tested that. That sort of showed me that still most of the time, if I was going to win, I would still win. If I was still going to lose, I would have lost not just the 20, but even up to 40 or more at that time. And so I just changed my rules a little bit, adjusted that, and went in with a very measured risk, but a great potential gain. And that particular day was just a really great win. Gave me, so it was a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio, and that came back as a winner, and that cashed up really well. And so, yeah, that's something I'm continuing to look at very carefully. Just going, how do I make sure my losses are less than my wins, and my losses are less often than my wins. And when that happens, your account tends to go up.
It's, when you talk, Jono, I love to hear it because, it's a humbling game, trading, and it sounds like you've had a look at your numbers, your statistics, and made some changes. And some people would find that really hard to do. But I'm really, really confident with you if we continue to work together, as we've been trying to get you towards funded phase since you started with us, that I'm pretty confident we're going to get there together, and will hopefully be a great partnership. How are you enjoying the dashboard, the trader setup? Is it easy to use? Like, any feedback on that for us?
Yeah, look, loving that dashboard. A really clear set of rules, really clear explanation about your guys' heart for the people that you're working with. I think what makes the Upside Funding stand out compared to other prop firms is that real personal relationship that it's been great to be able to chat on the phone, chat on Zoom calls, to be able to have access to you guys through emails or to your support team, and just actually not just be an anonymous face, but be someone who's known and who knows a little bit about you guys, and to journey together saying, how do we do this? So look, I found it really clear, that dashboard, and the reports that the Upside Funding is able to generate gives really great feedback on your weekly trading, in essence, and that report can be received weekly or fortnightly or monthly. But it allowed me to look back and see what was profitable, what wasn't, how many trades were profitable, how many weren't, what time frames were more profitable, what weren't, and I'm recording that anyway in my back testing and my recording of trades. But to see the report that your company was able to generate was of great benefit, and just really helped me as I'm honing things at this end.
Well, that's really good. Last question, and thanks for sharing that, Jono. How did you find us? And have you ever tried another prop firm before? What's your sort of experience with prop firms?
Yeah, sure. Yep. Look, I've tried a couple of other prop firms before, and I felt very anonymous, and just a number just on a computer, and so no personal relationship there at all. And so you give it a crack, and works, or it doesn't, and generally doesn't or hasn't in the past, and that's possibly about my journey with trading as well. But it can be some quite complicated rules sometimes in some prop firms that can catch you out. And I've just found you guys really clear, really simple, and something that I'm just able to go, yep, no, I can be aware of those guidelines and work within those, and then also get some advice, of course, if I need it too. Just come upon you guys online, saw some good reports, and once I made contact, established some of the things that we had in common, and thought, oh, this would be a great pathway, so let's try this.
Well, Jono, that's been fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us today and sharing your journey, and we very much hope for a strong partnership with you in the months and years to come. Thank you very much.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks so much.